Good morning, everybody. If you could have your attention, please. A very warm welcome to all the visitors to UCT this morning, our graduating students, their families, their sponsors, and friends of UCT. It is a great pleasure to be able to be in a position to welcome you to our campus, particularly given the very difficult time all of us would have experienced over the last 18 months, given the reality of the scourge of the COVID-19 pandemic. It has affected everybody, and particularly our students, in a very profound way, and they've had to conclude their studies under conditions that have been without precedent. And we're certainly very aware of the challenge that that would have presented, and we are also aware of the challenge that that would have presented to you as parents, where your child is having to continue with and complete their academic career, given the circumstances that were faced. So we recognize the fortitude, we recognize the bravery, we recognize the resilience on the part of all concerned to have managed to get the students to this particular point in their academic careers, which is a time of recognition of achievement, and it's a time for celebration. We recognize the very important contribution that UCT academics have made in this journey under the circumstances, and the contribution that has also been made by the professional staff who support the core business of the university. This is a ceremony for a graduation walk event. That description is quite important. It's a graduation walk event, and we're very happy to have all this activity and this energy that we have not actually seen on campus for the last 18 months, and it's very good to be getting back to an increasing level of regular activity at the University of Cape Town, and to actually be in this iconic venue, the Sarah Baartman Hall. The Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, Professor Shoshi Kesi, is obviously present, and she will be standing here and calling out the student names as we proceed through the event. And the presiding officer for this event today is the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mamokgethi Phakeng. So welcome again. Congratulations to you and to your family members, your children who are graduating today. And it gives me great pleasure to invite the Vice-Chancellor to the podium to come and say a few words. Thank you very much.
Good morning. It's so wonderful to see you face to face after 2 years of not having graduations. We miss them, I can tell you that. We miss them. We miss seeing our students being joyous with their families, walking the stage, and we're delighted that we can do that today. So thank you for joining us, and congratulations to our graduates. I mean, it's been said that behind every graduate stand a very proud and sometimes very relieved family. So to all the parents and families of graduates, step-parents, friends and lovers of graduates, and anyone else who helped pay fees, UCT fees, I must say, or perhaps you just bought clothes for the graduate, or you gave them a stipend every month. My hope is that you do not just feel relieved this morning, you also feel proud of their wonderful achievement. Here it is, amen. Your bundle of joy is finally a graduate. I mean, they were in high school not so long time ago, and now here they are. They are a graduate. Not only a graduate, they have a UCT degree. This is your success as well. It's not only theirs. So feel free to enjoy, to celebrate. I mean, we are the African continent. We know how to celebrate. So feel free to say your isitakazelo if you're from KZN, or if you are from the Eastern Cape, Northwest, Mpumalanga, or Constantia and Podcast, say your praise singing too. Everyone's got it. It just happens differently. So do your thing. We are UCT and we are Africa, so we know how to celebrate. To graduates, we celebrate you today, but here's the thing. This is not the end of your journey. It is just the beginning of another journey, and we hope that you handle the next step of your career with the same consistent commitment to your work as you did with your studies. And remember, no one succeeds on their own. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how much money you have, and how much support you have. Nobody succeeds on their own. So pause every now and then. Look back, look on your left and on your right, and appreciate the people who make you who you are, who supported you through your journey, and who are continuing to support you as you get into an unknown territory. We are glad and would like to see you walk the stage today. Of course, this is the Faculty of Humanities. This is where drama, speech, writing, everything is. So do all of it on stage. But first, let me introduce the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, Associate Professor Shose Kesi, to give you some congratulatory remarks and introduce you to us. Congratulations.
Good morning. So welcome to the 2022 Humanities graduation ceremony. Thank you so much for joining us today, and many, many congratulations to our students on their wonderful achievements. We are very proud of you and wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And it's really nice to be celebrating with you in person after several years of online graduation. So please enjoy this moment. And as the Vice-Chancellor said to all of you here, please join me in congratulating our graduates as I read their names and as they walk through the platform. So we can begin. So as this is a humanities graduation, but we do have one health science student here, who is Trebiso Dan Trebisa Woni. Congratulations. Demi Josephs. Adrian Kurt Joseph. With distinction, Nicolene Lydia Boys. Somila Bottoman. Wanda Zintle Klaas. Sarah Inus. Nosipo Kezia Abrams. Atika Jawahir Johnston. Malika Dutoit. Danelle? Liesel Danelle Boudre. In the first class, Murad Esau. With distinction in economics, political studies, and studies in philosophy, politics, and economics, and the degree with distinction, Guillaume Dimitri Lamlong In. Melissa Tabiso Nontandazo Lukombo. Nikita Nicole Herze. Joshua Lopez. Lauren Masha Grootboom. With distinction in the dissertation, Daniel Charles Coleman. Thank you. Alexa Ebenil Birkes. Rebecca Bredekamp. With distinction in gender studies, Brittany Shea Jacobs. Leonora Amy Brown. With distinction in psychology and organizational psychology and the degree with distinction, Abigail Elizabeth Lawrence. Casey Mattison Fairfax. Tara Jane Bird. Megan Amy Eisted. Tatum de Jong. Danielle Abrahams. Alex Catherine Hall. In the first class, Siobhan Davids. I think I got it. Gail Kayleen Baron. Rikizwa Nandipa Jonas. In the first class, Zara Buli. Luke de Kock. Shannon Bat. Shannon Bat. Chelsea Inga Jackson. Taryn Eva Dirks. Graham Alexander. Asemkela Ketelo. Okay. Naval Ashtika. Emma Alice Harding. She told me to go faster. Max Harold Hoffenberg. Cade John Cannon. Is it? Uviwe Kaso. Sibongile Keleboha Hoya. Jeff Broker. I'm good in you. I think I've got it. Goldblum. With distinction in acting, Dean Ricky Goldblum. Demi Lynn Duncan. In the first class, Isabelle Elena Joubert. Tumelo Kekana. Ross Neville John Goodwin. Glenda Mariette de Klerk. With a distinction in film and television studies, Michaela Fortain. Adrian Joy Knight. Thank you. What happened to your card? What happened to your... Timothy Bean. Laika Ferris. Olivia Pascal Earhart. Joy Dawn Adonis. Tracy Lowe. Venita Lutricia Caesar. Joshua Henry Havenga. With distinction in business French, Mitchell Green. Bilkis Jordan. Nafis Flores. Noura Kamish. Alexander Andrew Castle. Krishanti Devina Govender. Diabru. With distinction, Milena Diabru. With distinction in English language and literature and film and television studies, Alex Kenneth Arense. Iman Kaki. With distinction in gender studies, Megan Elizabeth Collins. For a thesis entitled Un-African, Queering South Africa's Approach to SOGI Rights, Neil Alexander Berry. Taylor Rose Bisset. Yaish Collins. Declan Dyer. With distinction in Arabic language and literature, Rifka Dolly. Mishka Ghani. With distinction in psychology, Jessica Hen. Caitlin Rose Hani. With distinction in gender studies, Irene Busisiwe Dlamini. With distinction in Spanish, Nicola Ann Henry. You got a distinction? In what? With distinction in English literature and psychology, Nina Michaela Diliberto. Megan Catherine Bailey Stewart. Catherine DeBrain. Tiffany Jacobs. With distinction in English language and literature and film and television studies, Rafaela Luciana Ginevra Maria Bateman. With distinction in Afrikaans, Micheline Jacobs. Mkanyiseli Kwanele Gianchi. Sipe Ivan Kwani. Nathira Abrahams. Chelsea May Ansell. With distinction in gender studies and politics and governance, Alexander Evangelos Stephen Andropoulos. Jessica Catherine George. Aiden John Leo. Jane Abrahams. You look lovely. In the first class, Kirshen Govender. Storm Nicholas Bolchin. In the first class, Zoe Hanslow. Prina Dayal. Bianca Leakey. Jody Jansen. Nokulunga Tracy Kweyama. Isabella Grace Divine. Maya or Mia? With distinction in gender studies, Mia Bench. With distinction in psychological studies and studies in social work and the degree with distinction, Kaylee Courtney de Villiers. Layla Hendricks. Bilkis Bailey. With distinction in psychology, Chloe Amelia Burns-Jack. Sarah Elizabeth Keat. Devotee. Katia Devotee. Erin Page Green. Siobhan Gunn Cunningham Davis Webb. Alexa Ann Neal. Hannah Jean Chambers. Morgan David Bolnick. Thank you. With distinction in politics and governance, Samantha Ann Franklin. With distinction in political studies, Daniela Jade Chasensky. Georgia Louise Evans. Angus Mackenzie Ferguson. How do I say your name? With distinction in organ, Mikhail Adams. Sydney Barnett. Thank you. Tabo Dexter Janchi. You're going up there. You come. Feyra Johnson. Zara Abrahams. Beautiful dress. Dokrat. Zara Osman Dokrat. Sage Sashil Battle. With distinction in jazz singing, Caitlin Farmer. With distinction in media and writing, informatics, and a degree with distinction, Savannah Jasmine Altoff Thompson. Raquel? Rachel or Raquel? Rachel Kate Johnston. Cameron Beckett. Nathira Adonis. Aisha Dutoit. Shakira Adams. Kaylin Tia Dixon. With distinction in classical studies, Kaylee Ann Lowe Chernotsky. With distinction in composition and violin, Rebecca Hope Builders. Nazneen Kola. Grace Alanson. Are you related? Yeah. Jack Peter Alanson. In the first class, Jessica Tavina Fortis. In the first class, Tao Borstra. For a thesis entitled Expanding the Repertoires of Practice of Multilingual Science Student Teachers through a Decolonial Approach to Academic Literacies at an Elite English Medium University, Soraya Abdulatif. Congratulations. Cagill. Beth Lauren Cagill. Delucci. Kelly Michelle Delucci. Oh, I know your mom. With distinction, Finn Elmsley Lewis. Jade Helen Dick. Leah. With distinction in politics and governance, Leah Jade Dennis. With distinction in politics and governance and sociology, Alinaswe Tatiana Muchu Lusengo. Shamila Hamildin. How do I say your last name? Shiham Finis. Narvira Crombie. Esther Ann Carney. In the first class, Malaika Jones. With distinction in linguistics, Jordan and David. Michaela Engelbrecht. Nomfundo Tlongwa. Hussein Ali. Sarah Daliat. Kaylin Klurte. Cohen. Daniel Russell Kuhn. Ahmad Emran. With distinction in politics and governance, Jawed Levy. With distinction in film and television studies, Leah Maggie Gluckman. Lavangera, thank you. Jenna Foxcroft Lavangera. With distinction, Lauren Candice Johnston. Jonan Selwyn Bowers. Dominique Bernadette Lukic. Robin Christopher Castle. Octavia K. Coetzee. With distinction in psychology and sociology, Nicola Jamie Brent. With distinction in organizational psychology, Caitlin Margaret Clinton. Unati Capella. Tandile Fivana. Laika Adams. Sarah Ismail. Leighton Bradwin Daniels. With distinction in gender studies, Yumna Idris. With distinction in gender studies, Nuran Armino. Jade Amber de Villiers. Let me see your card. In the first class, Anna Lee Cox. In the first class, Rebecca Ann Griffin. With distinction in African languages and literature, Sandile Berbe. Mohammad Ilyas Brenkes. Adrian Davies. McLaughlin Forsyth. Cassia McLaughlin Forsyth. In the first class, Fasira Adams. Lorian Ashley Kohler. In the first class, Joshua Adrian Cilliers. Ipeleng Moleboreng Lensoe. With distinction in philosophy, political studies, and studies in philosophy, politics, and economics, Katekile Dakile. Caitlin Baxter. Fortis. With distinction, Jared Nigel Fortis. Timothy Fortis. Caitlin Claire Hobbs. With distinction, Murray Liam Hines. In the first class, Erin Zoe Hines. Amy Kim Hofstander. Sadika Abrahams. Kayla Thompson Holloway. With distinction in composition, flute, music technology, and music theory and analysis, and the degree with distinction, Kaylee Alexandra Fitzgerald. Abul Oye Ajak. Tasneem Davids. Madeline Jane Ashton. Rain Deborah Komninos. With distinction in philosophy and politics and governance, Sean Jacobs. Ilyas Barnes. Ashley Lucille Lowther. Basil. With distinction, Madeline Sophie Basil. Behardin. With distinction, Takira Behardin. Gau. Pakamisile Gau. I'm not going to get it right. Mluleki Fongokwa. Gerika. With distinction in linguistics, Kia Olga Gerika. Kanamir. Amber Lee Kanamir. With distinction in English language and literature, Casey Fredericks. With distinction in psychological studies and studies in social work and the degree with distinction, Tiffany Daniel Isaacs. With distinction in drum set, jazz ensemble, and jazz improvisation, and the degree with distinction, Joshua Klein. Adrian or Adrienne? Adrian Golden. Sauda Dawood. Sabrina Natalie Koopman. Melissa Rumbidzai Guatidzo. Ryan Matthew Christophers. Toyiba Cupido. Hisham Davids. Max Gary Becker. Luna Cherry Johnson. Josh Thomas Hansford. I think you should move. With distinction in sociology, Abigail Caroline Green. With distinction in gender studies and politics and governance, Sibabalwe Malaika Tsolekile Devet. Insaf Abrahams. With distinction in fine arts, art history and discourse of art, theory and practice of art, and the degree with distinction, Sophie Rose Cope. Kezia. In the first class, Kezia Ross Fortain. With distinction in anthropology, Myra Anna Hesseling. Did I get it right? Sorry. Rachel Grace Frost. Zimkita Kasana. Siabonga Chavangwane. How do I say your last name? Gesvint. With distinction in Portuguese, Brittany Jade Gesvint. Lungile Trindi. Welela Simnikiwe Gubevu. Kotha Abrahams. Emma Liv Johansson. How do I say your name? With distinction in gender studies, Luska Asian. With distinction in film and television studies, psychology and law, and the degree with distinction, Yuri Bihari Leek. Kervin. In the first class, Taslim Kervin. Kautha Behadin. Leila Abrahams. Joan. Hindle. Teresa Joan, and what's this one? Hindle. With distinction in Portuguese, Teresa Joan Hindle de Abreu. With distinction in Portuguese, Clarissa Justine Cronje. With distinction in major studio work course, sorry, Bevan Kane Blankenberg. Lucanio Avela Beza. Elizabeth Earhart. With distinction in sociology, Brandon Paul Davis. Can I have your card? Bocha. Nkosikona Perseverance Bocha. How do I say this? Kirsten Kelsey DeSurf. Hitchmore. Ashley Hitchmore. With distinction in media and writing, Kelsey Kinmont. Marie Lorraine Kalasa. Simamkele Boy. Jasmine Jacobs. With distinction in linguistics, Tahira Esak. Ashton Tyra Bota. Mikael Arnold. Batandwa Bukhle Kawe Bula. In the first class, Suhail Kabdi. Can you come? Yep. Michael Hill. And then you're going to go up there. Zahra Hamildin. Samina Harun Kanjra. Jamie Lee Adams. Kia Arense. Sitka Lombard. Anele Songo Benya. With distinction in politics and governance, Natalie Melanie Jacobs. Jamie Lee Abrahams. With distinction in psychology, Tessa Kate Holden. Molly Rose Johnson. Jokelson. Hildegard Hilma Jokelson. Carol. Karis. Karis Danielle Gertson. Kayla Nicole Krepelka. Lynn Lewis. Rayjan Hendricks. Udine Duval. Nihad Isaacs. Langboy. Feziwe Tuniwe Langboy. Kayla Lindertz. Kanisa Candice Hobiane. With distinction in psychology and organizational psychology, Georgina Jane Griffin. Edlyn Amber Novell Isaacs. With distinction in media and writing, Brad Somerset Brinkley. Jellin. Dana Simone Jellin. Malika Armin. Shannon Taylor Alexander. Hamza Khan. Hannah Lynn Abdul. Hundermark. Ashlyn Hundermark. In the first class, Catherine Hawthorne. In the first class, Rain Guess. Leanne Kirsten Leach. Starshay Jacobs. Sadika Hendricks. With distinction, Laurel Ann Holmes. No, you must just keep it flowing, keep it flowing. With distinction, Gillian Payton Alderman. Zabibu Ishimwe. Chuma Busakwe. Say your last name. Morris Kukamur. Alexandria Kirchhoff. Nuran Charles. Ilam Jacobs. Rihad Lawrence. With distinction in anthropology and English language and literature, Ashika Hassan. With distinction in philosophy, Maya Grayling. With distinction in sociology, Lemarco Jason Jones. Londeka Koliswa Kweyama. Isabella Rose Liss. Come closer. Hi. Nina Sky Bonaday. Shonaline Michaela Beitkis. Dana Ferrucci. Brittany Lee Goliath. Sesetu Zintle Akona Holomisa. Alexia Lee Frank. Kayla Megan Dunn. Shane David Green. Tabile Tamara Dlamini. Tulasizwe Alton Clements. Kyle Kiano Liam Fortune. Latifa Kumalo. In the first class, William Jack Barron. Hannah Littlewood. In the first class, Leah Duprier. Monique Aria de Corte. Catherine Ann Creel. Brendan Ian Gray. Hermansen. Hermansen? Taryn Lee Hermansen. Garande. Tatenda Garande. With distinction in media and writing, Jade de Keyser. Tahara Little. Megan Dyke. Towani Chakufiali. Georgia Francis Heyman. Catherine Ann Holdcroft. Shannon Lee Hazel. That's what I'm just calling them. With distinction in drum set, jazz ensemble, jazz improvisation, and music technology, and the degree with distinction, Langa Samukelo Dubazana. Takira Hasim. With distinction in Chinese, Jamie Alexandra Hull. With distinction in applied performance and pedagogy and theater and dance studies, and the degree with distinction, Dana Shea Dion Collins. Daniel John Klopper. Zara Davids. Have your card. Giovanni Winston Samuel Jacobs. Gojo. Yonela Gojo. Abigail Sabrina Avedon. Jessica Kirsten Anderson. Hannah Goosen. Rabia Badruddin. Don't follow up those steps, please. Yes. With distinction in acting, Liseko Liwalam Bulabula. With distinction in art history and discourse of art and English language and literature, Leila Diesel. Jed Kieran Furi. Emma Claire Jordan. With distinction in linguistics, Kaylin Lee English. Robin Cupido. Jessie Ray Pumlani de Jong. In the first class, Grace Elizabeth Brain. Tatum Jennifer Lee Hutanu Cockcroft. With distinction in acting, Caitlin Savannah da Aparecida. Nadine Kleinboy. Karen Ann Alexina Duff. With distinction in media and writing and politics and governance, Robin Catherine Forbey. James Dareth Baker. Lorenzo Daniel Andrews. Chloe Nikita Adams. You can move forward a bit. Kanita Nadia Adams. Terry? Sela Terry Juan. Kelly Teresa Celine Cross. Fikiswa Setiwayo. Yes, they'll put it on for you. Shannon Klassen. Did you get nervous with your... Pelokazi Dudula. Shay Francis Levin. Raisa Kasim. Osaru Mwense Michael Asemota. Tamika Tasmin Iris Dunn. Lutkolo Tropiso. With distinction in African Studies, Tara Ashley Bull. Deborah Harisankar. Alyssa Jade Kinnis. Christine Ann Jansen. Tatenda Coletta Dandara. Tokozile Promise Trele. Nomaswazi Florian Nene. Tekere Tawonga Kamungoma. Zita Charlene Gersten. Jamie Engelbrecht. Nikita Sally Gopal. Janine Marie Dumont. Iman Adams. In the first class, Sharita Friedrichs. Byron Lee Fester. Kaylee Dramat. They forgot your name. Johan Els. With distinction in major studio work course, Amber Sky Alcock. In the first class, Sasha Jordan Broom. Aliyah Kloete. With distinction in the dissertation, Amy Bukes. Yonick Watlington Carlson. In the first class, Yonick Watlington Carlson. Alia Dramat. Inshaf Jamuddin. Kelly Famke de Waal. Last name? Jason Darren Gard. Joy Levine Duplessis. Ania Anthony. With distinction in chamber music and ensemble, John Ross Joshua Browers. With distinction in film and television studies, Amber Nozipo Africa. Nasipi Krengani. Boitumelo Mapula Diale. Jacques de Vet Bosenberg. In the first class, Chloe Elizabeth Butcher. Amir Kasim. Abigail Danielle De Lange. Shamiz Carmen Fortune. Bewley. Stella Riva Nova Bewley. Raisa Abdullah. Nina Gabriella Ray Gordon. How do I say your last name? Hannah Jo Goffwood. Michelle Jeanette Baloyi. Sky Julia Kathleen Heathcock. Johanna Everly De Vera Sireneo. With distinction in gender studies, Rufaro Chiswo. Neve Human. Caitlin Alyssa Edwards. Loma? Danielle Lillian E.B. Lomas. Sitenjisiwe Wendy Dube. Shahima Kongo. With distinction in psychology and sociology, Hisham Mohammed Japi. Alexander James King. Byron James Cranswick. Amara DeFoss. Lusanda Notabiso Dlamini. Kimberly Dlamini. Jaden Xavier Hodemaker. With distinction in industrial sociology, Owami Lerumo. Sikelela Ketsiwe. With distinction in psychology and sociology and closer communication and the degree with distinction, Pelisa Michelle Bashe. Kira Reese Lander. Caitlin Cindy Arense. Amara Kereka. With distinction in media and writing, Emma Caroline Legg. With distinction in English language and literature, German language and literature, and history, and a degree with distinction, Bianca Louise Cilliers. With distinction in politics and governance and sociology, Kayla Christine Kuksi. Bongiwe Lindiwe Bebe Mkandla. Alexandra Catherine Houston. In the first class, Chiedza Carol Chiwaridzo. Trenga Katleho Koyana. With distinction in French, linguistics, Spanish, and the degree with distinction, Heidi Maida Langton. In the first class, Daniela Jessica de Siena. With distinction in gender studies, film and television studies, and the degree with distinction, Amy Codrington. With distinction in theater and dance studies, Megan Kathleen Cresswell. Not the water, the card. Oh. Challenge Bobo. Leila Hendricks. With distinction in Spanish, Kendall Ann Davids. Nwabisa Bembe. With distinction in gender studies, Orissa Emma Archery. With distinction in film and television studies, Caleb Michael Gibson. Reason Lotter. Megan Hirdin. In the first class, Tegan Gwyneth Griffiths. Crystal Langerfeld. Kaylee Ann Bush. Hannah Frataroli. With distinction in linguistics and politics and governance, Casey Adams. With distinction in dance performance, Catherine Christie Jones. Takira Dolly. Caitlin Simone da Silva. Jada Evelyn Johnson. Oluwasegun Jeremiah Aderebigbe. With distinction in gender studies, Jennifer Claire Ely. Robin Akila Catherine Harry. With distinction in political studies, Kwei Francis Arumchek Batal. Leila Ismail. Zayan Dolly. Amber Tyler Adams. Is it Teo? With distinction in politics and governance, Teo Leonard. Tsepang Oregolele Fanele. Jesse Badam. Dwight Clement Clue. Xanthi Scout Mort Lardner Burke. Catherine Horn. Lucia Anthony. With distinction in English language and literature and film and television studies, Amber Rose Isabel. Robin Lee Gillespie. Muhammad Lukman Jacobs. Clint Bowers. Leonisha Siposetu Diasi. With distinction in informatics, Safia Ibrahim. Humaira Bati. In the first class, Shamima Bull. Janae Buisen. Megan Duncan. With distinction in chamber music, ensemble, and violin, Daniel Albertine. With distinction in advanced topics in African and world musics, ensemble, and music in history and society, Simon Robert Hind. Sabilata Noor Hendricks. Your attention, please. For parents and families whose children have already passed, if you could please clear the hall and leave space for the next set of families. Thank you. Tserofat, with distinction in gender studies, Tserofatso Kensani Dlali. With distinction in African language and literature, Silulundi Koki. Makita Katleho Kobola. Sakin Domingo. Megan Melissa Deckford. Tandolwetu Astrid Jele. Tiiselani Cynthia Chauke. Rihanna Tia Ederis. With distinction in African languages and literature, Tandokazi Tluele. Lila Collier. Gabriela Marie Chape de Leonval. With distinction in linguistics, Catherine Elizabeth Hinchcliffe. Tanaka Evelyn Chasara. Sarah January. Boipelo Lesejo Lepoi. In the first class, Zoe Gabriel Fortain. With distinction in anthropology and African studies and the degree with distinction, Alia Abdul Latif. With distinction in art history and discourse of art and the degree with distinction, Alexandra Naledi Holtman. Benjamin Bota. With distinction in African Studies, Sarah Lagadin. With distinction in Spanish, Bianca Angelique Dibala. Caroline Ferraris. Matthew Creel. Yvette Amibukiro. With distinction, Lauren Ashley Armitage. Libongo Lubisi. With distinction in linguistics, Stephanie Ellis. Latoya Luandle Gama. Loiso Gasa. Gemma Kate Jeffrey. Lusanda Klaas. Leila Arendse. Katleho Dibakwane. In the first class, Nicola Goosen. Nahum Hughes. Tyrick Cecil Zachary Gideon. With distinction in economics, English language and literature, and the degree with distinction, Amy Louise de Klerk. Emichled Lokweni. Vitcha Furi. Michelle Klanganyana. Tiamo Constancia Lepale. Jacqueline Duplessis. Chantal Devy. Jennifer Wadilove. Andisiwe Andy Gojela. Kirsten Castles. Niwaeli Nyamyenga Gittins Mbaga. Kara Adendorf. Nozibele Mabel Mdai. Mzaniwa Zakaria Ndibongo. Juanita Abrahams. Gail Isaacs. Aliyah Abrahams.